Hello everyone and welcome to Quincy High School at the Monroe-McLean Gymnasium, where tonight the Quincy Presidents will play host to the North Quincy Raiders in the second of two scheduled matchups here this season. My name is Jonathan Clary, and thanks for tuning in to this edition of QATV Sports. We're going to head down to the floor for the introduction of the starting lineups.
This gentleman is the captain. He's a sophomore with number 1, This one is a freshman at number 5, Logan Lee. This one is a junior at number 3, Eric DeLima. This one is a senior. He's a forward number 24, Giuseppe Tallarico. This one is a senior, co-captain number 12, Liam Ford. Head coach Kevin Barrett, assistant Shepherd Ryan and Blue. And now for our Quincy residents. This one is a senior, number 2, Sean Perry. This one is a senior, number 21, Isaiah Allen. This one is a senior guard, he's a tri-captain number 3, Sean Parker. This gentleman is a junior, he's a tri-captain number 5, and this gentleman is a senior tri-captain number 10, Malcolm McMorrow. Head coach Matthew Pony, Kevin Keepany, and Jared Tucker, Terrell Johnson, and Chucky Butler. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to stand, please give your hats and caps for the singing department.
All right, we'll run down the starting lineups. First for the home Presidents. Number 2, Sean Perry. Number 3, Sean Conroy. Number 10, Malcolm McMurrow. Number 11, Jan Medina. And number 21, Isaiah Allen. For the Raiders, number 1, Osen Faherty. Number 3, Eric DeLima. Number 5, Logan Lee. Number 12, Liam Ford. And number 24, Giuseppe Tallarico. Quincy High School coming into the game with a record of 10-5, 7-5 in the Patriot League. Recently, we're number 26th ranked team in Division I. With a win tonight, they can clinch their first playoff berth since 2019. North Quincy is on the other end of the spectrum with a down season, 3-12, 1-11 in the Patriot League. Being joined up here above the track at Quincy High School by Jim Timmons. And Jim, we saw a double overtime game down at North Quincy just last month, and I'm sure we'll be in tune for another big game here tonight.
Oh yeah, well I'll tell you, if nothing else, there's an electric atmosphere here in the gym. Well, we're delighted for our viewership. You'd want to be here live for this one. This gym is packed. It's quite a group here. And we've already got a little violation. It's going to be Red Raider ball. John, it appears Quincy High School is having a National Honor Society kind of induction ceremony, initiation ceremony or something behind the Quincy High bench. They've got a lot of guys in hockey outfits, helmets, and whatnot, and they are fired up for this ball game. Quite a group. North Quincy High is a great turnout of students in their section, but it would be hard to match the energy being created down behind the Quincy High bench.
And speaking of the energy down the court, it's a turnover forced by Sean Perry and the Presidents, and Jan Medina comes down with the ball. Quickly on the other end of the floor, and shot is no good. Rebounded by Tallarico.
Yeah, nice rebound in traffic. And a good penetration, John. We talked in the girls' games about some dribble penetration action. Jan Medina going right to the hoop there. Great job.
On Tuesday night, Jan Medina had 27 points against Plymouth South into victory. A 64-54 victory over the Panthers. And first points of the game will go to North Quincy's Logan Lee as he gets his own rebound and puts it up and in.
Yeah, Logan Lee's only a freshman. He looked very smooth on that play. Nicely done.
Kick out to Medina in the corner, who shoots the three, no good, but he got fouled. And it looks like he's going to go to the line for foul shots, 3 of them.
At the line, number 11, Jan Medina. Shooting. 3.
Medina had 27 points against the North earlier in, January 9th to lead all scorers.
Yeah, he's an electric ball player. He's got terrific skills, and he can take over a game when he looks to. Nice rebound in traffic there, and here comes the freshman bringing the ball up for the Red Raiders.
Well, he makes 2 of 3, Medina does, so we're tied at 2. Tallarico gets it down low, working against Malcolm McMurrow, but Tallarico puts it up and in.
Tallarico really efficient down low. We saw him in the first game, and Giuseppe sets up well on the low post, and he's very smooth, very efficient.
And Medina was trying to get it to McMurrow down on the block. It goes off of McMurrow and out of bounds, North ball.
So, as we saw in the girls' game, both teams playing man-to-man here in this game. And Quincy coming out with some full-court pressure.
Jathan Panett, number 5 for the Presidents, has checked into the game. Sophomore guard. DeLima was trying to drive into the paint. Lane got cut off. Beatty's first shot around the rim, no good. Sean Perry driving into the paint, and he's going to get fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. Faherty gets called for the foul. And again, at the line is Perry to shoot 2, makes the first. Faherty to bring it up now for North. Faherty had 29 points, a career high on Tuesday night at Hanover. Tied the school record with 8 3-pointers made, and he makes his first one here tonight. And Medina gets his own rebound, fight for the rebound down low now still, and North comes down with it, and a foul is going to be called looks like on Sean Conroy, and it is.
Sean Conroy, his first, team second.
Whoa, we're going to have a turnover. Well, looking like a turnover, a little carelessness on the inbound.
Under 5 now to go here in the first quarter. Nice fake there by Logan Lee, but a little too strong on the shot. And Lee going for the loose ball will get called for the foul, against Pinette.
Yeah, I think that's his second. He's got 2 early fouls here.
Nice take to the hole there by Sean Conroy.
Yeah, terrific job by Conroy. Very nice and efficient take to the hoop, and he used the backboard. Friendliest backboards around, located here in the 2 Quincy High Schools.
Quick 3 by Liam Ford, no good. McMurrow with the rebound. Perry driving in, and a reverse layup there by Sean Perry going baseline. And head coach Kevin Barrett calls timeout for North.
Yeah, Kevin is he's seeing some things he doesn't like on the defensive end of the floor, so he's not shy about using his timeouts early on. We're seeing a couple of replays here. Nice take to the hoop and the follow on his own miss early on by the freshman Lee. Nice three-pointer there, and watch this take to the hoop. This was a nice jump stop and use of the backboard by Conroy. Really pretty stuff. But anyway, Coach Barrett is not at all shy about first half timeouts. He does an excellent job of, sensing flow in the game. And with 4 minutes to go, Quincy having scored a couple of hoops in a row here and getting a little momentum going, John. Coach Barrett calling a timeout, making a couple of corrections, trying to stem this early run by the Presidents and keep this a close game.
All right, Quincy coming out with full court pressure. Medina with the rebound.
Nice pass.
A little too strong there by Conroy on the layup.
And a good job by Tallarico trailing the play to get the rebound there.
And great foul there by Sean Conroy.
It's a way to stay in a play. Yep. A terrifically athletic move by Medina, but he missed the layup. Conroy stayed in the play, John. He remained active, followed the ball, and had a nice little tip in. And a quick foul there. So he's looking for an old-fashioned three, and he steps up and sinks it. Nicely done. So I remember when this guy came into the last game, Christian Raphael for Quincy High School. He is a strong and powerful guy down low. Nice job by the freshman, Logan Lee. He's playing a true prototype point position. Doing a nice job of it.
And Tallarico tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Quincy ball.
That time Tallarico stopped in the low post, and it was anticipated on the pass that he was going to keep running through the baseline. So that was a turnover, but immediately followed by a Quincy High turnover on the inbounds.
Yeah, they said Jan Medina stepped over the line before he passed it in.
Yeah, mental error.
So North gets it right back. And Faherty does a nice job there of driving to the hole and getting an easy 2 points.
Very pretty take to the hoop there by Ocean Faherty.
Medina off-balance shot somehow gets it to go.
Wow, what a take to the hoop. How many points for Medina now, John?
4.
Okay. He's just such a smooth and fun player to watch.
Lee with the ball working against Panett. And Medina's going to get called for the foul as Liam Ford got him the bite on the fake. Tallarico working down low, and he gets it up and in.
That's a matchup the Raiders can exploit a little more. Tallarico is strong, and he's very efficient down low.
And Medina's 3 just off the mark, rebounded by Tallarico. Jack Stewart has checked in for North Quincy. He shoots the 3, and it's no good. And brought down by Arbor Bajak for the Presidents, who also just checked in. And offensive foul called against him, and it'll be North ball.
North made a nice little shift defensively, John. They went to his zone, 2-1-2 zone. Could be a 2-3 variation as well. Middleman had freedom to roam a bit, but Coach Barrett just fiddling around a little bit with the defense, giving the Presidents a different look, and it worked on that possession.
.130 left to go now here in the first quarter. Tallarico working against Raphael, can't get it to go. Rebounded by DeLima as he kicks it back out to Faherty. And McMurrow comes up there with a big block. And Faherty gets called for the foul as he won't try to get the loose ball.
Great job by McMorrow, clean block. And Faherty with a bit of a frustration foul there. He was trying to recover the errant shot that had been blocked. And so very nice defense. We got another close ball game going on here, John. It's 13-11, the Presidents. We got a minute 15 left, 75 seconds left in the first quarter, and 35-second shot clock. So that's 2, maybe 3 more possessions. Let's see what happens. First foul shot is missed by Jathan Panay, and he's 6 a second.
Looking for Tallarico. Raphael was able to.
Yeah, nice D by Raphael. He's only a sophomore. He's physically able to keep up with Tallarico. He's very strong, but he's still learning the game. I've been watching that matchup down low, and he's doing an excellent job. He really is. Raphael's a guy with a bright future.
Lee driving in, can't get it to go. Raphael comes down with the rebound. Panay kicks it off now to Medina. And picked off there by Faherty. Faherty looking for help, has Stewart in the corner. And Medina knocks that out of bounds, 23 seconds to go.
Shot clock is off, John. So hypothetically, if the Red Raiders wanted, they could run the clock down. Not sure what Coach Barrett's going to look to do here. 14-11 ball game. It's been pretty much back and forth here.
And backcourt violation called on Logan Lee.
Yeah, I would love to see that on replay because that was close. It was close to him landing 1 foot in the front court and one on the back, which would have been legal. We might be able to get a look at that at the end of the quarter, but for now it's a turnover. And here come the Presidents, John, with what may be the final possession of the quarter.
Panay was trying to get it down to Raphael, but nice steal there by DeLima. 6 on the game clock. As DeLima drives in, and nice take there by DeLima,
nice
strong
minute.
take. And last second shot there is no good. Great take there by DeLima. The ball almost got stripped away from him, but he was able to hold on to it and put it up and in. And it's a 1-point game here after the first quarter with Quincy on top 14-13.
Yeah, that turnover at the end resulting in a nice little layup finish there. Here comes a guy that I just love to watch. That's the missed layup and then the follow by Conroy. And there's the guy I was talking about earlier who's so efficient down low, inside. He gets position down low, and Giuseppe Tallarico can't be stopped. Yeah, see how close that is? The footwork there betrayed him. So here's the replay again. It's almost simultaneous the way he landed. We're trying to get on it, but... And I think, don't we have our highly skilled video replay man, Mr. Doherty there?
Peter, but also Nadan Nair is on replay tonight for us as well.
Okay, very good.
All right, start of the second quarter. And started with a long three there by Sean Perry. Can't get it to go. Excuse me, that was Sean Conroy, excuse me.
So North's in that zone again. We talked about it earlier. Quincy's had to adjust a little bit offensively, and they really haven't yet. So nice turnover by the Red Raider D.
Grady drives in. McMurrow coming from behind to block it out of bounds. 14 on the shot clock for North.
Yeah, McMorrow staying right with him on that play. Very well done.
Nice defense there by Sean Conroy, and forces a turnover into the hands for Yamadina. And in and out and back in for Sean Conroy.
A nice little in and out against the zone there. They overloaded one side and got that shot for Conroy, who buried it. Nicely done.
And Fahey was trying to get it over to Tallarico. And a blocking foul called on Medina. And Fahey will go to the line.
Nice attempt by Medina to step in and take the charge. But it wasn't there, and instead he ends up picking up his second foul. You'll have to watch that carefully.
Verity sticks them both. 17-15 lead for Quincy. Medina in the corner for three, no good. McMurrow, big rebound, he puts it up and in.
Great job by McMurrow. He had position, he leveraged it, strong rebound, and a great finish. Well done.
Lee driving in, just as got one off. McMurrow was trailing it, rebounded by Raphael. And Raphael had position down low in the paint, and he uses that for the 2 points.
I'll tell you, when I discussed Raphael earlier, I was talking in terms of potential and future. But there's a guy who looked really smooth down low, finished well, and that's there.
And Medina splits the defense and can't get it to go there.
They get a little over-eager on that one.
Lee driving in, a little stutter step there, had the space, couldn't get it to go, but he gets fouled, will go to the line. Foul's called on Sean Perry.
Yeah, Lee's got some quickness to him, John. A quick first step. Coach Barrett's recognized that, and it's created a bit of a mismatch situation where I think they feel Lee can get the ball to the hole here. So the last couple of possessions, they've had him, they've run the offense for him to take the ball to the hole, and missed a layup last time. This time he got fouled. He's gone to the line, and he sixed the first foul shot. It's interesting, he shoots left, but he's been going right for the most part tonight, I've noticed. So it's a nice balanced basketball player, it appears.
Perry for three, can't get it to go. Nice rebound by Sean Conroy, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Wow. That's, Conroy frankly got a little lucky with that call because he was heading into no man's land there. He got a good rebound, was looking to put it back up, and when he turned, he was already kind of parallel or behind the backboard. But little push foul sends him to the line. And he's an excellent foul shooter. He sticks the first. Sticks two. Nicely done by Conroy.
Bajak has checked back in for the Presidents. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lee with the ball. 5 on the shot clock. He recognizes it, drives into the paint, and foul's going to be called on Panay.
Quincy foul number 5, Jacob Panay.
Panay is a good athlete,
Shooting 2.
and he's playing solid defense. The issue is Lee has got a quickness edge, and he's starting to exploit it here as we get further into the first half. Lee's able to create his own shot off the dribble that's solely based on quickness. And this is one of those things Coach Barrett recognizes. The offense has made the adjustment and they've been exploiting that. It's still Quincy High has built a 5-point lead, John. It's still Quincy High controlling here in this first half, but that's what North's been trying to do on offense so far, or in the last few minutes, I should say. Nice ball movement by the Presidents.
Conroy shot from the foul line is good. 12 points for Sean Conroy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if I'm the Presidents, I'm getting the ball to Conroy every time down. He's feeling it. He's just really, he's got his stroke going. You said 12 points now?
Yes.
He's got 12 of the 25.
Lee looks like he's going to get bailed out there by Jathan Panay. Foul's on the floor.
Yeah, I think that foul is going to go against Sean Perry. No. All right. I thought I saw Sean Perry reach in on that one off the weak side sag, but
So North will get a fresh shot clock out of that as well.
this is an important possession for the Red Raiders. They're trailing by 7. Scoring has been sparse this quarter for the Red. There's a nice take to the hoop. And there's what we were talking about earlier. A terrifically athletic play by Panay. He got beat by the quickness, but he hung in there and he made a nice block. So well done by Jathan.
And it looked like they said he stepped out of bounds as he was running up the court. So another fresh shot clock for North. And its foul is called against Malcolm McMurrow.
Yeah, I don't know. A little surprised by that one.
Well, that's his first, and Quincy is now over the limit, and Austin Faraday will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, McMorrow got his nickel's worth on that foul at least. That was quite a blast. But you can't do that out on the open floor and expect to get away from it. I'd rather get away with it.
Christian Raphael just checked back in for the Presidents.
Faraday sticks both, and North's hanging in there at 25-20. This is a quarter, John, that Quincy has pretty well dominated defensively. They've done an excellent job on the defensive end of the floor, shutting down North Quincy. Down the offensive end, they haven't been able to capitalize as much as I'm sure Coach Ramponi wishes. So I believe it was his timeout. Was that Quincy's timeout?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I believe it was his because I think what we're looking to, what Coach Ramponi's looking to do here is get something flowing on offense and get some more points on the board. He wants to take advantage of the fact that defensively, the way this second quarter's gone, North is just not too much in. What was the first quarter score?
14-13.
Yeah, so North's only scored 7 points this quarter rather, which is low output.
Quincy High School has a few more games before the tournament comes up. Again, they're going to be home next Tuesday the 10th against Situate, at Pembroke next Friday the 13th, and then they're going to finish the season with 3 home games versus Plymouth North, versus Durfee as part of the George Burke Invitational Tournament, and then either versus Milton or Randolph on Wednesday, February 18th. So nice little home stretch here for the Presidents before postseason action gets underway. Again, the Presidents, if they win tonight, would clinch a berth in the postseason tournament with that over 500 record. Fahey up and under, and he gets it to go. Wow, what a shot there by Fahey.
That was a determined take to the hoop by Fahey. Well done.
And travel's going to be called against Sean Perry. Fahey uses the screen there by DeLima. DeLima's going to slow things down. 1:15 left to go now in the second quarter. And take there by Liam Ford, no good. Controlled now by the Presidents, and Sean Perry brings it up. And traveling violation called against the Presidents with 1:01 left to go in the quarter.
Well, not what Coach Ramponi was looking to see here on these offensive possessions in the final minute 40. We're coming up on the 1 minute mark here. North trailing by 3. And they've done a nice job defensively as well here. That's kept them in the ball game.
Tallarico, and shot gets blocked from behind. He gets it back though. 9 on the shot clock. Lee sees that and was trying to get it down to Tallarico, and it goes out of bounds. President's ball, 30 seconds to go. Now Medina checks back in.
Yeah, one of the problems for Giuseppe is he's not seeing the ball a lot. And so there are occasions where it's just not clear what he wants to be doing here. He's that time he was not certain where to be or where to go, and the pass anticipated him running through the baseline, but he came to a stop. So turnover for North. Quincy's going to hold for the last shot. I expect we'll see it in the hands of number 11.
3 shot there is no good. Fight for the rebound, and Christian Raphael will get fouled at the buzzer.
Wow.
We'll see if they put any more time on the clock.
Love to see that replay. Christian Raphael and Tallarico down low. Giuseppe happened to lose that matchup as Christian, with a little bit better position, wrestled the ball away, and he's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Very well done by Raphael. The officials now talking about the time and what should be on the clock.
Now it looks like they are going to put a little bit more time back on there. And just a little, 0.3 seconds.
No, 3/10, isn't it?
3/10, excuse me.
It's 3/10 of a second, I think. Which basically means you can't do a thing.
Quincy was trying to get a substitution, and the officials said no.
Well, that was an extremely smart substitution. He was trying to get Malcolm McMorrow off, just so he doesn't pick up any cheap foul. So Raphael sticks the first. Now they're going to get McMorrow out. This is one of those, the school of thought is with 0.3 of a second, you can catch and shoot, and that's about it. We'll see what North does.
All right, well, Raphael makes 1 of 2 at the line. And it is now going to be a 4-point lead as we go to the half, 26-22. And I think we're going to take a look at the replay here of the last foul that ended up with being 0.3 of a second on the clock.
Now watch Raphael in traffic. He did a terrific job. So, nicely done. And as I said, this guy, he's got the body of a senior, but he's only a sophomore. A lot of upside ahead for that young man.
All right, so again, 4-point lead for the Presidents over the Raiders, 26-22. We'll take a timeout and back with second half coverage in just one moment. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Quincy High School. We're at the half. The Presidents lead the Raiders by a score of 26-22. Real quick, some halftime stats. Sean Conroy leads the way with 12 points for the Presidents. Sean Perry with 4, Jan Medina with 4, Christian Raphael with 3, Malcolm McMurray with 2, and Jathan Pinay with 1 point for the Presidents. For North Quincy, as I hit the wrong button on my iPad here in the stats. For North Quincy, leading the way with 11 points is Osen Faherty. Logan Lee has 5, Giuseppe Tallarico with 4, and Eric DeLima with 2.
Yeah, and Giuseppe did not have too many possessions in that first half. Maybe take a look and see if that matchup can't be exploited a little more. A bit of a sloggy half, John. I guess that's what we might call it, especially after 26 points on one side, 22 on the other. But the boys are playing very hard, and there's a lot of good things going on down there. There you go. I'll be predicting lottery numbers at the end of the quarter. But the Giuseppe Tallarico bunny hoop.
All right, pass there by Sean Perry gets taken away by Eric DeLima. Nice hands there by DeLima into the hands of Faherty.
So North's coming with a little bit more of a deliberate approach here. Faherty is playing the point guard position, and they're trying to spread the other guys to have the lane open.
All right, Sean Perry gets called for foul as Osen Faherty went down to the floor hard, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Quincy's gone straight man-to-man, John, and it looks like Coach Barrett's trying to exploit matchups here. So North's coming out here, and they may tie the game up. And they do. Little 4-0 run. And we have a tie ball game here in the third quarter. North sticking with the zone defense.
And tough bucket there for Christian Raphael working against Tallarico.
Yeah, Raphael had great position there. He was on the block, but above it, we call it. In other words, he was on the foul line side of the block, so he had room to maneuver, and he had the backboard available to him. So here's Faherty. He's got a mismatch. They're trying to clear out some room for him.
Faherty took the 3, and Raphael grabs the rebound, and looks like DeLima will get called for the foul.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit mauled there by DeLima trying to be aggressive. North sticking, they're extending, it's a 2-3 now, but extending the guards a bit. Quincy responds by getting a guy at the foul line. They did a great job. That time, Quincy ran a nice little simple zone offense. They got a guy at the foul line who got it down to the block. So they turned over a good shot, but they did not make it, and we got a traveling call here. So the determined defense, some of which is pretty good defense, continues, as does the very sloggy offense. Not a lot of smooth stuff going on in the offensive end. Well, I stand corrected. Thank you, Mr. Conroy. He steps right into a three there and drills it.
Conroy with 15 points. Backdoor play there, and nice defense by McMurrow. And I know they're going to say a foul called on Malcolm McMurrow.
Yeah, nice little play there, too. That was nice. Couple of passes, bang, bang, high post, low post. And Fades going to the line.
And lane violation called against Quincy, against North, so it'll be no basket.
Shooter.
Yeah.
Takes the points off the board. That's just kind of mental laziness there. You know, you hate to see that. Coaches will tolerate a lot when it comes to the mistake categories, but mental errors are tough to swallow.
And offensive foul called against Quincy.
Yeah, that was a late developing pick by Jathan Panay. Some nice movement by Lee, Logan Lee out top. And that caused Panay to try to shift his body a little to make sure he made the pick work. But
Sean Perry called for the foul on the floor. That's his third foul.
yeah, with 5:22 to go in the third quarter, that's Quincy's fourth team foul. Not a development you want to see in a close game. Raiders could end up shooting foul shots here for the final, well, half of a quarter. I got to tell you what, Christian Raphael is doing a terrific job defending Giuseppe Tallarico. Nice job by McMorrow.
Steal there, and down the other end of the floor, they're going to say it's a blocking foul against North. Liam Ford thought he was in there in enough time.
Well, this a couple of times now, North kids have tried to step into the path of a swiftly moving wing, but they just got there a little late. A little bit of a quickness issue there. He did everything right, but got set a little late. And Conroy makes a pay. How many points is that for Conroy now? He's having a nice night on the 2 for 2 there.
We'll add that in, and Conroy now with 17 points.
Yeah, well done. He's had a nice game. Very smooth offensively. Smoothness among the sloggy. Nice take to the hoop.
And nice job there. Eric DeLima off the glass.
We saw more of that type of activity from DeLima back at North Quincy High in January.
And Abba Bajak gets in his first 2 points.
Well, the offensive pace has picked up nicely, John. Happy to see that.
Nice rebound there by Liam Ford. And Jan Medina comes up with a steal off of Eric DeLima.
Wow. I don't know, that's all I'll say. You'd normally say, that's a lousy shot you just took, a force, all kinds of things. But what a beautiful finish by Jan Medina. Watch this replay. So they're gonna, what's this? This is not the Jan Medina play. So that's, all right, these are just some replays from the prior quarter for viewing fans to enjoy. But getting back to Jan Medina, I mean, it's just really beautiful to watch. He made a steal, and you could tell the minute he had the ball in the backcourt, here he comes. You could tell he was intent on finishing. And how he finished that, I don't know, John. Just terrific.
The body control he has is quite unbelievable. You think he's out of control, then all of a sudden he's in control in shooting position and puts up a decent shot.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. You're right. He has such superb body control that all coaches are like, no, no, no. Yes, you know. So very well done by Medina there. And just really enjoy watching him play. The other thing is he's healthy. If you recall, I think the last 2 games we've had him, he's had a little bit of an injury or something, and it's affected his play a bit. But
he missed some time last year, so he's out for the Presidents. DeLima open for 3, and he drains it.
Well, DeLima starting to emerge here after a pretty silent first half. It's nice to see. He's very capable on the offensive end. Nice rebound in traffic by Faherty, the guard. Here's Lee back in the game.
And Lee, 2 men there to block his shot as Quincy High comes up with it. And Sean Conroy looked like he twisted his ankle a little bit as he was going to get the ball. Northwood down with it. Logan Lee lost control of it and still got up a shot. Does not go in. And timeout's going to be called by Matt Ramponi.
Oh, sorry. You mentioned Lee losing control. That's where the freshman, he's trying to make something happen. He got the ball. He knew he had a step or two. But in his eagerness at the end there, he didn't finish. So Quincy's got the lead at 37-31, John. And North continuing basically to hang around tonight. They've never really shown any, runs in the game. They haven't shown an ability to take control of anything, but they've hung in there the whole time. On the other end, Quincy has been very solid defensively, and offensively, they've got a couple of guys who have shown up tonight, Conroy and Medina, very capable offensively, and then Malcolm McMorrow and Sean Perry have been complimentary, so it's interesting. And then the other guy, Christian Raphael, I'm a big fan of that young man. He's going to develop into a ball player here as time goes on. Hope he stays with the game and keeps working at it. He's got all kinds of potential.
Well, nice take to the hole there by Malcolm McMurrow.
You know, it's interesting, John, because of the way the game's played today, everything's on the perimeter. Raphael that time pretty much put a parking space in the lane. He was in there for about 8 seconds, but none of the officials were looking at him because one's out on the perimeter and the other one was watching the perimeter over on the left side here.
Logan Lee saved it and gets it off to Liam Ford. Nice job by Liam Ford. Head coach Kevin Barrett was trying to get a timeout. The officials didn't see it and worked out to his advantage there with the 2 points by Ford. The three there by the Presidents, 42-33. Quincy now up by 9. And fouls called on number 3, Eric DeLima. He grabbed the shirt of Jan Medina as Medina was getting ready to go off to the races. That's 3 fouls now on DeLima. Three there by Jathan Panay is good.
I gotta tell you, I'm happy for Panay. He had the opportunity, he stuck the three. He's worked so hard tonight. Nice to see him get rewarded on the offensive end like that. More importantly, that stretches this lead out to 12 for Quincy as this quarter is coming to a close. So a foul there by Raphael's going to send Lee to the line, John. But Quincy's done a nice job of extending its lead this quarter. I had talked earlier about North hanging around, hanging in there. But quietly, Quincy stretched things out. Raphael's going to get a well-deserved rest.
North Quincy, this is their final game on the road this season, coming off a 4-game road trip as well. They were at Plymouth North, at Pembroke, at Hanover, and then here tonight at Quincy. Finish up the season with 4 home games.
Oh, that'll be nice for them. Some of the bus rides in the Patriot League, they're just lousy bus rides. You're on 2-lane highways. And gets old. Be a long drive.
Big rebound there by Malcolm McMurrow, and on the follow-up, he gets fouled and will go to the line.
3.5 seconds left. And McMurrow has a chance to get the lead back up to 12.
Lima from half court, and too much on that one. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, it's a 10-point lead for the Presidents here at home, 45-35.
So nice quarter for the Quincy Presidents. They stretched out their lead. They were a little more effective offensively than in this quarter. It was probably the most effective quarter of the 3 so far for either team. Here are some replays from the first quarter you might enjoy. We don't really know what's coming, so we'll just we'll watch along with you. You can see some of the nice plays that occurred as selected by our crack replay crew. There's the little three-pointer I got all excited over. From Jathan Panay. Yeah, working hard all game. What have we got out there now, John?
All right, Quincy ball to start the fourth quarter. And Sean Perry shot around the rim and out. Tallarico with the rebound.
Yeah, it was a nice little move by Perry. Little step back.
And tipped away. We've seen this matchup with McMurrow on Faherty all night long. One you might not normally see. Certainly the height advantage with McMurrow over Faherty.
It's the quickness. Coach Barrett's trying to find a quickness edge wherever he can and then exploit it.
And shot there by Jack Stewart as the shot clock was expiring. And quickly up the court for McMurrow. Nice look there by the Presidents as McMurrow finishes it off. And Stewart can't get it to go. Dean to try and split the defense, cannot as DeLima takes it away. Oh, great job here by McMurrow to come down quickly down court on defense and break up that play.
Nice hustle by McMurrow. Let's see what the Red Raiders do here on the inbounds.
Faherty open in the corner for three and can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be off Christian Raphael, North Quincy ball.
How many points does Giuseppe have, John?
He has 6.
Yeah, he just has not seen the ball enough tonight. He's worked hard and he's frequently been in position. He's been in position to get the ball, but he's not getting it, and it's regrettable because it could be, there's a lot of lost offensive production there.
McMurrow gets called for his 3rd foul. Second team foul. Oh, nice move there by Osen Faherty.
Well, North's got it at 10. And it'd be interesting to see if they can crack the 10-point barrier and get themselves back in the game. We'll see. Quincy's in the midst of another one of its scoring droughts, John. What was the score at the end of the third quarter, please?
45-35.
Yeah, so they've only scored, well, it's 2-2 here.
Open for three, no good by Conroy. McMurrow with the rebound, and he puts it up and in.
Nice finish by McMorrow.
Faherty was able to get himself open, and he hits the three. Faherty, 20 points here tonight. Leads all scorers.
Nice job by Faherty. They can use a little more of that. We're approaching the 4-minute mark on this possession here, and North's really got to do something on each of its offensive possessions. And if they don't, we'll know by about the 3-minute mark. That time Giuseppe, what they call, broke the play. And he had his arms out in front of him, in front of his shoulders. And whenever you do that, the official's going to make the call on you. You have to have your arms straight up to get away with that type of, defensive confrontation. So Christian Raphael at the foul line. First one missed, second one pretty much the same thing. And excellent hustle by Conroy.
And Conroy was able to kick it back out to Medina. 4 minutes to go now here in the fourth quarter.
Medina's had a very quiet second half, hasn't he?
He has, and misses that, and Raphael puts it back up and in. Yeah, Medina only 6 points here tonight. And Medina with the block on Lee. Lee is hurt down the other end of the floor. And now Medina puts it up and in, and we're going to get an official timeout.
It's hard to know the way he's reacting. I'm a little concerned about a knee injury, but it could be a cramp. Let's hope. We'll see. Because he's in a lot of pain. Well, we'll see. They're looking at him now. It's one of the great things about Quincy Public Schools is there is health care. They have athletic trainers at the sports events. It's very important to do. Well, not sure what to think here, whether he's reacting to cramps. Normally they charge at you with water when that's the case. I just hope it's not his knee or something more serious. Well, no, this is a good sign. They're giving him some water. Hopefully he cramped up. But with 3:20 to go, John, North Quincy trailing by 13. Every possession is precious if they're going to try to do something here.
Jack Stewart, a long three, and it's good. And just as you said that, Jim, they were able to cut it down to 10. And DeLima with a steal now for North. And up and in goes Eric DeLima, down to 8 now. Under 3 minutes to go.
Well, one thing that's nice to see on the part of the Red Raiders is a little more urgency on the offensive end. We had not seen that until these last couple of possessions here. Let's see what they do here.
All right, North holds on to that loose ball and brings it up court. Shot high off the glass here by Liam Ford, can't get it to fall.
Yeah, not a bad look though. Coming up on the 2-minute mark.
Great look down low for Raphael, and he finishes it off.
Wow, that was nicely done. That was terrific. Medina to Raphael. Nice, clean finish. Here are a couple of replays from earlier.
.201 to go, 55-45. Quincy was able to bump it back up to 10. Again, Quincy High School is looking to sweep and clinch a spot in the MIA Division I tournament with a win here tonight. They would ensure over 500 season to make it into the tournament. The rankings that were released today, they are number 26 in Division I. The top 32 teams automatically make the tournament, and all teams over 500 also qualify for the tournament as well. And Faherty loses it, and it'll be North ball. And Medina loses it, gets it back to Jathan Panay. They get it across half court.
Panay pulls it out to run some clock. Smart move.
Yeah, nice defense there by Faherty on Medina. Faherty a little strong there. Tallarico with the rebound, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on McMurrow, that's his 4th.
Nice job by Giuseppe, 6 of both. Leads at 8. North in the situation that Quincy was in the girls' game, where they do not have sufficient team fouls to be sending Quincy to the line yet. They've only got 2 team fouls, so.
And they get it up to Panay. Faherty called for the foul, his 3rd.
Sean Conroy back on the ball.
Conroy will check back in for the Presidents. Each team now with 3 team fouls. Back to Panay, and quickly fouled.
Foul on 12, Liam Ford. The second. Foul number 33, Jack Stewart.
We're shooting now, there's 5. Okay. So now we have 1:08 left. It's 8:50 p.m. And I promise you this game is going to go past the 9 o'clock hour. And we're going to see who can shoot foul shots. I seem to remember Mr. Perry from the January game was effective from the foul line. That's why Quincy would have been making certain he inbound the ball to him. So he sticks the first and short on the second. North's got to be quick in this possession.
And ball out of bounds. Nice job there by Medina. Got hit in the eye a little bit. Nice job there by Eric DeLima to get it up and in quickly. Clock ticking down here, and North fouls.
Foul on number 3, Eric DeLima. Number 3 going to the line and shoot 2.
All right, Medina makes both. 58-49.
Nice job by McMorrow of just slowing down the possession and giving enough, giving adequate space so that he wasn't going to foul there. So smart play by McMorrow.
Another foul there by North. This one, Jack Stewart.
The lead's at 9 with 42.5 to go. So North hasn't been able to chip into that lead at all here. Quincy's effectively, number one, they've got the ball. They've inbound the ball to guys who can shoot foul shots, one of whom is at the line now. Number 2, Sean Perry. So he's done a good job of sticking at least one of them. His last visit he was 1 for 2. This one he is 1 for 2 again. Short on the second on both of the prior efforts. Nice finish by DeLima. It was quick, and then a timeout by Coach Barrett. So North's got it at 8 with 34.6 to go. On our magic countdown, it's 34.6 and it's 8:53. So we'll see, and we've got some replays for you. Let's see how quickly they go. Nice take to the hoop by, I'm not sure what happened to that take to the hoop. There's a nice finish by Raphael. We're going to be hearing about those two guys next few years, Jan Medina and Christian Raphael. Jan a junior, Christian a sophomore. They're going to be around for a while.
While we have a quick second, I want to give a thanks out to the Quincy Public Schools Athletic Department. That has always been a big help to QATV. Athletic Director Kevin Mahoney, the Quincy High Assistant Athletic Director Matt Rodriguez, and the North Quincy Assistant Athletic Director Martin Dunham. I've always been a big help to QATV, so we want to thank out to those 3 individuals for always being helpful for us when we're coming to the schools to cover high school sports, or to the field or rink or wherever it might be. So we appreciate all your help.
Yeah, that's good of you to say, John. You're absolutely right. We have a terrific athletic staff here in Quincy. We've got a lot of good coaches. I mentioned the trainers earlier, but these are the 3 leaders, AD Kevin Mahoney, and then Matt Rodriguez and Martin Dunham. So all doing a terrific job, and we're very fortunate for their leadership and their work.
All right, Panay makes both, makes it a 10-point lead.
Nice follow by Giuseppe there.
Left Quincy foul number 3, Eric DeLima. Yamadina line to shoot 2.
That's 5 fouls on DeLima.
DeLima's 5th foul.
I don't think he knows that. Now they're breaking the news to him.
Oliver Anderman coming in, junior for North. So 10-point lead here for North. Faraday quickly brings it up, and he gets the 2 points, and another foul called. 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, Quincy could hold the ball out of bounds a little longer. They're quickly inbounding it, and they could have run. They could. I don't know if you've watched Mike Vrabel the last few weeks, grabbing every second he can. Well, he would have him holding the ball out of bounds while the clock ran and inbounding at the last possible instant. But 9 seconds left. We're at 8:57, so it looks like I might end up with an incorrect prognostication there. So
And
there
the
you
Presidents.
go. The game ends with a relatively close score of 65-57, but Quincy controlled this game and was never in danger. So.
And the big thing for the Presidents, again, they're going to go to the tournament later on this month. So congratulations to the Presidents. First time making the playoffs since 2019. So nice moment here for the Presidents as they're excited, and they're going to improve now to 11-5 on the season. So again, their best season in a number of years here for the Quincy Presidents. So good job by the team, and head coach Matt Ramponi, his first time going to the tournament as well, Jim.
Yeah, well, not much to say. This one's over. It'll be interesting. It might be fun to catch a tournament game. We'll see if where Quincy ends up, but happy for the Quincy High boys. And for North, it's been a rough season, a long season, but I credit them for playing hard tonight. They really did a good job there. And just it's the end to, well, not the end. They have 4 more home games, but last time the seniors here at North are going to be playing Quincy, and they ended up with a tough sweep year. So It's really about all there is to say here from Quincy High, John. 65-57 presidents. And if you have any stats you want to review, the microphone, the floor is yours.
All right, well, we'll run down the stats for Quincy High School. Leading the way was Sean Conroy. He had 17 points. Jan Medina had 14. Christian Raphael with 9. Malcolm McMurrow with 8. Sean Perry and Jathan Panay each had 6. And Amr Bajak had 5 points for the Presidents. For North Quincy, leading the way and leading all scorers with 24 points was Osen Faherty. Eric DeLima had 13 points. Giuseppe Tallarico with 10. Logan Lee with 5. Jack Stewart with 3. And Liam Ford with 2 points to round out for the Raiders. I want to thank all of our crew for coming out here tonight and making this game possible. On camera, we had John McLaughlin and Michael Merrick. On replay, Nadan Nair. On audio was Frank Hart. On graphics was Anna El Tori. Our engineer, Chris Potter, and our director, Peter Dari. So again, final score here, the Quincy High School boys come out on top 65-57, and they're going to be going to the MIA Division I tournament with the victory here tonight. So for Jim Timmons, my name is Jonathan Caleri. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of QATV Sports. We'll see you next time.